Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you guys basically how to use Microsoft Word. I'm going to do series of videos explaining several concepts on this very program. So today I'm just going to show you guys the various things that we can find in the taskbar in the Microsoft Word program, and how we can use and how we can implement some certain tasks if we wish to do so. Alright, so the task bar is displayed to you, and from there you can see file, you can see home, you can see insert, design, layout, references, mails, review, view, if you want to search for something, and so on and so forth. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to draw. Yes, I'm going to show you guys how to draw. It is very possible that you draw something using Microsoft, because especially if you want your things to be very professional, it is preferable to dedicate time and draw your diagrams, draw your graphs and all the rest, rather than copying and pasting. It is preferable you draw, so that when it's going to be printed, it's going to be very clear, and somebody who is maybe reading your document is going to see your diagrams and all your presentations very well. Alright, so to draw, you go to the insert in your taskbar, you click on insert. When you click on insert, you see shapes. We are dwelling just on drawing, right? So I'm going to click on shapes. Now when you click on shapes, you see the various shapes. So you just need to conceive the idea that you need to know what you need to know what you need to draw, and then from there you think about the various shapes that you need. Alright, so for example, if I want to draw a car, maybe I want to set equation in applied mathematics, and I want the students to see a car, like the equation is about maybe a car moving on a way, right? The car is moving on a way, and I want to indicate the various forces on the car. Maybe the car moves on a horizontal plane, then now it starts ascending an inclined plane to a certain angle and all the rest. So that's the idea that I already have in mind, and I you need to first of all picture out the situation in reality. Then now you try to think about how the car looks like, and then you pick your various shapes to resemble that car. Okay, so the first thing is that I need to indicate my road, right? So okay, now I click on these are the various options. You have a text box, you have a line, you have an arrow, you have the rectangle, you have these are the shapes that I have mostly been using. But if you want lines, these are the various lines. If you want rectangles, these are the various rectangles, basic shapes and all the rest. Block arrows, equations, flowchart, stars and banners, call outs and all the rest. So I need the horizontal road, so I'm going to click on the line. When I click on the line, I click on the line, and then now I draw my horizontal road. Now you see that if you look at it, very well, you're going to see that it is not completely horizontal. So if I leave this place, if I right click on it two times, for example, then you can see the various things that all right. So when you click on it, when you right click on the line, or maybe just right click on it, yes, make sure this mouse pointer has the four arrows on it. When you bring it close to the line, like if I bring it close to the line, it should be in such a way that if I just click on it, yes, I'm going to get this display. Alright, now these are the various things that you can edit on the line. Maybe the color, the line color, right? You can choose the color you want. If you want it to be bold, that's the thickness, you can choose this color. Now also the length of the line, yes, this is the length of the line. You see is increasing. Now if I want it to decrease, I'm going to decrease the length. Now also the if you want the line to be purely horizontal, then you need to shift this to be at 0. You see, if you look at it now, it is purely horizontal. But if I want to make it to be diagonal or maybe slanted, I'm going to maybe increase or decrease. But if I want it to be purely horizontal, I'm going to do it like that. Now since I need a horizontal road, then I need to make it to be purely horizontal. Now making it to be purely horizontal, now that's my road. Now I need a car. That's what I need to draw now. The car should be moving on that road. So I go to insert. I picture how a car is supposed to look like. First of all, I know that he is supposed to have tires, he's supposed to have a body, right? So you just try to picture out the shape of a car. So first I'm going to start with a rectangle, that is the body of the car. I draw the body of the car, and then I can make it not to be filled. Yes, you click on this shape. Now if you simply right click on it, you're going to see the various options as well. If you want to make it to be filled, then you choose your fill color. You choose your color you want. If you want to give it an outline which is not black, you can give it a red outline. Yes. Alright, so I'm just going to go with a dark outline. Now you can move it from one position to another. Okay, now the car need I need to now indicate the tires, so I'm going to click now on the circle. I come and I draw my tire here for the car, and then you can try to adjust it. Now you see that the tire is actually filling, so you can either make it not to, that's not to fill, or maybe the white filling. Yes, or if I right click on it, I go to fill, I can choose my filling color, right? So let me just take this. Okay, now you can draw another tire, or you just simply copy this tire and you paste, so that your tire should be of the same size. So you just copy, either use Control C on your machine, or you right click on it and then you click on copy, and then now you also right click anywhere on your screen and click on paste, and then you move it now from here and you indicate it on the other part. Now you see that it is preferable for it to look this way. Why? Because if I right click on it and I take on fill and I take no fill, you see that this there is a line, that's the line of this box here actually shows in the tire. So it is not good. It is better for you to fill, either you fill with the white color, yes, or you fill with another color. Yes. Now let me choose the color that I previously chose. Okay, so now you see that, for example, I can move this, which is not good. I can move these things, which is not good. So simply I need to group these images, right? So I click on all the images, that is, I select them, I select, and then I right click on the selection. I go to group, and then I group the images. You see, I have grouped it. I can also group, come and select here, and I group with the root as well. I group. So you see, I can move everything at once. Alright, so for now I'm not going to group the road, so I can maybe put a car at my own convenient place. Alright, so let's first of all finish with the car. Now let us picture out, maybe let us try to decrease the body. Let's do something like this. Now let us make it look like a car, right? So maybe I can come and I put something, no, not this shape, the rectangle still. I come and I do a shape like this here, and then I make it not to be filled, yes, or sorry, the outline, and then I also group with this. I group. Alright, now after grouping, you see the car, it now looks, it resembles a car, but now maybe I can try to put a cover. So I come and click on this curve, I draw the curve, and then I can rotate it, right? I can rotate the curve. I come and I place this end here. I can also shift it, let it look like this. I can adjust it this way. I can also rotate. You see what I'm doing, and then I just try to make it to look like a car actually. Now it's good to give it this color. Now from here I can send it to the right so that it touches this box that I placed there. Now you can shift it up. You can now make it, let it right click on this side. Alright, so you can shift it down as well. Yes, so we have something like this. Now we need to group as well. We group with this. Now you see I've successfully drawn a car. So it means in my question, the students are going to clearly see that I was talking about a car. Now I can also decrease the size. You see, when you're decreasing, everything is decreasing. So you can also come and click back on this and you try to complete it, right? Now you clearly see that the car is actually moving to the left. Yes, so maybe I can put a car here, it's moving on the way, right? If I want to maybe indicate the direction of motion of the car, I go to arrow, I click on my arrow, and then I click on that arrow, right? It shows that the car is moving in this direction, and maybe I can put it to be the dark color. I can also group as well. Okay, now you see that the car is actually moving in that direction. Okay, so that's the direction of motion of the car. All right, now maybe if I want them to see that the car actually moves on a horizontal road, and then later on it ascends an inclined slope, right? Then I'm going to now draw the inclined slope. I click on line as well. When I click on the line, I now draw the line to be inclined. Yes, so inclined, for example, I do this. Now I need to group it with this other road, so I group it with this. I group. Okay, now if I want to indicate my angle of inclination, it's preferable to take the curve as well. You just draw any curve and then you try to rotate it, right? To rotate it to suit you. So my angle of inclination is supposed to be around here. So I'm just going to come and adjust, and then I try to make it to be something like that. So you can try to even curve it. Yes, you curve. It's not so good. Let me just try to adjust. So I curve, yes, to indicate that that's my angle of inclination. Now anyways, all right, so try to adjust, try to bring it within. Okay, now you can give it this thickness. Let it not be too thick. Okay, now from there we can also group with this. All right, now we need to maybe indicate the angle to be theta, for example. Now for you to write, you need to insert a text box. You click on text box, you draw your text box, and then you write inside your text box. Now I'm going to just write my angle theta. Now you see that this is a text box. If I want to move it from here to here, you see it is covering this place because it is on fill. Now I will need to edit it, so I right click on it, I take fill, I take no fill, and then I take outline, I take no outline. You see I can now move it to this position. Yes, I can now move it to this position, and then I can now group as well with this. I group, so it has indicated the angle of inclination as theta. So basically, maybe if later on I want to show them that the car, you see I just copy the car, I can now also change the direction. Maybe it climbed and then it is now at this position, you see. So at the first instant of motion it is moving on a horizontal road, then later it now moves on an inclined slope. So it's preferable that the tires of the car should be on the inclined slope as well. Okay, so there you can see it, and you have the same direction of motion. There is the direction of motion. So okay, so let's try to, all right, so we have something like this. So you see now we need to group everything. You see that this image is just grouped, right? I just group this, and then the cars are also grouped. So I can now group and click on this, and then I group. Now if I want to maybe add a text to indicate to the students that that arrow actually indicates the direction of motion, I click on the text box and then I write my direction of motion. So direction of motion. Now you see I need to adjust it so they see that it's actually the direction of motion, and then maybe I indicate it over here. Yes, indicate it over there, and then I group as well. I group. All right, so Basically, that is how we draw. So you just need to picture out what you need to draw. You see now, you just need to picture out what you need to draw. You picture out the shapes, and then you combine the shapes. You need to conceive the idea, then you combine the shapes together to form what you need. So basically, I could do this because I've been doing it over and over and over, especially when I've set equation and I want to do the marking guide, then I need to draw the shapes than to go to Google and copy a car and come and paste and all the rest. It's preferable you draw like I said in the beginning. So see you guys in the next video, where I'm going to show you guys how to draw some other shapes, how to do it very fast, because I think I've mastered it so well that I am very fast in it. So if you love this video, like the video, share the video with your friends, and ask your questions. Maybe if you need to know something in Microsoft, just comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.